Hello guys. So today I want to share with you one of the new libraries uh, I discovered recently that I think would help me greatly uh, with my projects. So this current project and other projects. So let me tell first about the problem I'm having. So I have this pipeline, these applications that the user can paste a document here and the submit would the summarize and split the long text into multiple slides, mostly text, and then it will create the audio narration and the slides with text and join into a video. And the application is working, but the problem is it's not scalable. So what if I want to create another the pipeline that for example I want to let the user enter a prompt, a request, so something like create a video uh, regarding the top 5 breeds of dogs. So I would need to write the system prompt, the user prompt again. So that that is the thing that I don't enjoy very much. So this is where I I, I heard on LinkedIn there is a tool called DSpy. So with this library of framework, I just need to specify the input and output, and the framework will make sure that I get the output uh, without me having to write system prompt. So there are a few examples you can find online, and this video I just focus on the aspect that I need for this pipeline or problem here, which is the generate structured data with DSpy. So let me show you my notebook here. So there's nothing fancy here. I will provide the notebook in the descriptions, probably in my website. So I have my environment set up here. I have the env file .env containing the open router. So you can see that I'm using open router here, but you can use other providers like Gemini or even local uh, Olama. I try with Olama 3.2 1 billion, but it didn't work so well. So I switched to open router and successfully run this example. So the configurations is quite simple. You will specify a large language model like this, and this is done. So you can configure the temperature. So for this task, mostly summarizations. So I keep temperature like a bit a bit conservative like this. So the first task would be so I am using this with Pydantic. So in order to ensure the structured data. So you can see it here. So the task of this is to generate a list of dog which has this model that it has breed, name, nationality. So the idea is to list a number of dog breeds by the country, right? And the model of the dog is here, and the model of the list is here. So, and then there's a concept in DSpy that is the signature. So the signature defined the input and the output. So you can see it here in this signature generate docs here. The input is defined by the DSpy input field here, and you also have the descriptions. So this comment is in fact is very important. So the DSpy would use this to generate the prompt. So as far as I know, I could be wrong, but it is important. So this is the input and the list size. So how many reads you want to generate, and this is the descriptions, and also the output. You specify with the spy output field. So you specify the type. So the spy will generate um, the output as you expected. So let's see. So I already generate the 3 items here. Let switch to 5 and run this. So this will call the Open Router API, and you can see that we have the predictions, the output here. So obviously you see the doc list return with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is for me is super important because previously the output of LLM is not like uh, consistent. Like you may have different output on different run, but this is very nice. So actually you have list of dogs here, exactly as expected with the key, breed, name, and nationalities. So for example, if I change to nationality um, in ISO 3 letters codes and run it again, and I think I will probably get the nationalities in 3 letters. So you can see that it's kind of impressive. Yeah. So instead of getting the full name, we had this. So that is the first example I want to share with you. And if you want to inspect the input, the prompt of the spy, and the return data from the LLM, you can run this LLM, inspect history, and the end here is the like let me check. Okay, so how far back you want to get to inspect the prompt? So probably you need to check here to make sure that I'm not hallucinate. Okay, so anyways, let's run this. Hit enter, and you can see the result. It is instant because it's already there. So you can see that this is the system message generated by DSpy. So you can see that the prompt here, the user message, which is the size 5, and the response is here, a JSON array, as expected, JSON object with docs here, and this is an array. So that's it. So that is the first simple example. You can generate structured data, and this is the second example. So this is actually came from the, the official example. So you have you need a signature, but this is simple QA signature, and this is the docstring. As mentioned, that is important to have this, and you also define the question and the answer. Also, then you will input the question here. So I already run this prompt, these questions, and the capital of Japan is Tokyo, which is correct. But what is the capital of Brazil, right? Of Australia. Because not many people know the answer for this. So some of you will guess that is Sydney, but which is not correct. So let's run this. And since I'm calling external API here, so the time could be varied. But I think we will get the answer eventually. So this is the correct answer. This is Canberra, not Sydney. So this is a simple QA. Let's move on to the summarize feature that I mentioned previously. So this is the core of my issues. So the user can enter any prompt with a document or without a document, a topic, for example, but I want the output would be consistent because my API is dumb, it's not smart. It would take a JSON array of slides and generate the video. So no matter what from the user enter, I need to somehow generate the array of slides and feed to that API. So this is first thing I define the model here. So very simple, I skip the auto script, but a slide would have a title and a line and the lines property, which is the list of string. So the thing you render on the slide. So this is the slide, a single slide, and a slide deck would contain multiple slides, so a list of slides. So here I will define the summarize signature. So it, as you remember, a signature contains input and output. So you can have multiple inputs and multiple outputs. But in this case, I only have one. So don't forget the doc string here. And the input is long text. So you enter descriptions, the long text to summarize. And the slide deck, with this is the type. So I defined here, so which is very important. I'm not sure Pydantic or DSpy will assure the output here, maybe both. But this is important that specify that you want this as the output. So again, I will call this to create this function that take this as the signature. So basically this one would take an input, the long text, and return the output. So this is an example of the long text, and I already ran it here, and you can see that it generates the slides as expected, which is very nice. So this is one task, but for another task, for example, for different input. So in my case, my next case, so I would want to let the user enter a topic, and I would generate a slide deck for that. So see, different input, but consistent output, because my dumb API needs it only understands slide deck format. So here I will create another signature. So I name it here from the slide. And what is deck user request, which is a string. So the topic that the user provides here, and the output would be the slide deck. So yeah, we already configured above. Then this is I create this function. So this is why, because I copy from here to here. So actually it is not summarizer, but something more meaningful, like I'm not sure, generator. Um, but you get the idea. So we have summarizer here. Take the prompt to slide uh, signature. So I use predict here because there could be there are many other this is called module. So many other modules you can even try, but for this video I will use predict because for one reason obviously that I don't have much experience with DSpy, but the result is very promising, so I want to share with you guys. So the topic is this: top 5 dogs in the world, ranked by intelligence, and the summarizer, this function, detect this and generate the output. So you can see that the output is consistent with the task above here. So you can see, I'm not sure, I'm not a dog expert, but the slides look nice. So we have the slide 1 with the the with the lines on the screen here. So it generates in a logical order, I think. So with very little effort, I can generate the JSON that I can feed to into my API without me having to write a system prompt or user prompt. So this is very important since I'm not a prompt engineer expert or anything. That's it. I hope this will help you somehow understand DSpy. So if you have questions or comment, please let me know. And I need to repeat, I'm not an expert in any of this. So if I said something wrong, please let me know. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.